Okay, guys, I had to turn it back on. My alarm turned it off. Turned off the filming. So let me back up here. I turned off, you know, I said stop for the alarm. And well, that turned off the film, so I'll have to attach these videos. Okay. Called Tilden, and here's Burbank, which is an alternate route if I didn't say. Whoops, I went off the curve. Okay, I know you guys are seeing too much sky. I'm going to adjust it when I get a stop sign, or I mean a light. So this is this Van Nuys Boulevard or Kester? Okay, it's Van Nuys Boulevard. All right, let me fix the, I don't know why it's not showing the view it showed before, like, more like that. Oh, it's off the thing. Hold on, guys. I don't know what's going on. I'm going to pull over. Yeah. I'm going to pull over again. Try to fix it. I don't know what's going on with this mount. It looked good when I was still parked, and the video before I attached this one, before I made a new one. All right, let's find a driveway or where I can park. Okay. This is no parking, I think. I'm just gonna put my hazards on for a second. Okay. There's cars parked in front of me. Okay. It's so much glare, you guys. Okay, that's what the problem was. I had it zoomed out. Now I had it zoomed in to where it's bigger. Now you see more. Okay. Okay. Sorry about that bad view. And like I said, it does blur off and on for some reason. I wish I didn't have to use Prism, but you know, the camera does not flip. One second, guys. It's so much glare right where I'm parked. I can't see very well. I wish I could go like that, but it doesn't hold it like that. All right. It is rush hour traffic, so being 6:12 right now. This is an alternate route to the 101. If it gets real slow, I'll go on the 101 or go up to Victory. rush hour, but still. Any time of day, pretty well, except like at night, it's not bad, the traffic. Yeah, this is Kester, actually. Why isn't it showing like that? I don't know what's going on, guys. It's because the way the mount is that holds it, either I show too much of the dash or too much of the sky. It's because this is a sports car. I've said it before, and the windshield tilts, and I can't get much closer, and you know, it's a very, until I found this mount, none of the other mounts I found would work except for one that blocked my view that hung off the rear view mirror. This is very low to the ground, this car. It's a Mustang. Oh God, this traffic, you guys. Yeah, we're gonna come to some 405 on-ramps, north and south coming up, and yeah, maybe I should go on to Victory. No, Victory has on-ramps too. I hope I can make it there by 7. Oh gosh, I'm gonna get in the right lane because probably too many people are trying to turn left. Oh my God, the backup. Oh gosh. It's terrible, you guys. Yeah, I just have to get there like by 6:55 and I'll be fine. The lab, yeah. And I'll be able to park good at Kaiser because, you know, the office hours are over. It's just people, you know, going to urgent care or visiting patients. Oh, this is so bad. No stopping 4 to 6. This is terrible, you guys. Did I say what the weather is? It's 93 and I'm wearing shorts. I made a video before this. It's a long story. The sound wasn't working with Prism, and it worked with my regular camera, but not with Prism. You know, I can't flip it back and forth. So I don't know, Prism was down for a short time or what was going on. I'm probably going to become a member of Prism to get rid of the watermark and to, you know, on the right-hand side, Prism Live or whatever it says. And also, you get more features. Editing and, oh, people are going to the right. Okay, I'm going to do that. Okay. Yeah, this is terrible. Maybe I'll make a right here instead of going over the hill and go up to Victory, which is a little out of the way, but yeah, there's a hill where the freeway on-ramps are coming up. I don't know if this lane lets you go up. Or if it's right. I think it does. It's not a right turn only. So now we're at Sepulveda, coming up where that hotel was near. That hotel was on Sepulveda that I stayed at in late February to like mid-March for 11 days, you know, that my management company put me up in while they tore open the walls in my living room. I'll put on some music and talk over it just to, you know, have something going on.
Blvd, Allstate North American Insurance Company and affiliates, Northbrook, Illinois.
Okay, this is my favorite station. It's oldies, but I don't like new music, and classic rock I burned out on that. So this is pop, you know, like top 40 Billboard Hot 100 from the 70s, 80s, and I think 90s, maybe a little 60s. I don't think so. Years ago, they played like the 50s, 60s, and 70s. This station's really old. I never listened to it, you know, like when I was a teenager, they played stuff, I think, from the 40s, okay? Which was way beyond my time. Once it started playing like 50s, 60s, and 70s, it was okay, but it doesn't, it plays some rock from the 80s, like hair bands. It doesn't play like, well, there wasn't much. It doesn't play any classic rock that I know of. It used to play Beatles and stuff, but we have like 2 classic rock stations in LA, I think. I know we have one. It's been for years, KLOS. Okay, this is Eye of the Tiger by Survivor. This is an 80s Eye of the Tiger. And what's cool about the station is they do all 80s, like I think Friday at a certain time period, like in the evening. It's like, I forget what it's called, but it's all 80s. No 70s, no 90s. They don't do a lot of 90s, it seems like. Rocky, did I do a dancing short to this? I don't know. Okay, this is like near where the golf course, and we have a lake that's in a park, Lake Balboa it's called, that's made out of reclaimed water. They call it reclaimed, I think, recycled water, from like sewer water. It's a man-made lake, but they did put fish in it. People can fish. I think you need a license, but a great jogging path to around the lake. I forget if it's a mile or how many blocks or whatever, but people run, they walk, all ages. I've done it before with my stepmom. Yeah, what's good about this part, you can go like, I don't know if the speed limit's 50 or 55. It's almost as fast as the freeway because it doesn't have as much traffic as you see. Okay, I don't want to get, all that'll happen, this won't become monetized, but yeah, I need a lot of views to make it monetized, but it'll probably, if it's a copyright issue, it'll be blocked in some countries, but usually the countries are like, I don't know, Russia and, not Canada, the US, or some of Europe. It's usually like, in a couple countries that it gets blocked in. We've got a golf course. Well, anyways, about this park, they've also got boats, bicycle boats you can rent, and it's a huge park. People have birthday parties and bring their bounce houses for their kids. It's I forget what the park, but it's Lake Balboa. Just look it up if you're interested in Van Nuys. It's an LA City Recreation Center park, but it's because of the lake, it's really nice. It wasn't there a long time ago, but they've got like all kinds of play area, all the playground equipment a kid could want, and it's really nice. Okay, there's tennis courts too. Are these the tennis courts? Whoops. I don't know if these are the golf course or the tennis courts. Oh, it's the golf course. And I think it's a public golf course, but you still have to pay, it's not free. Oops, there's bumps in this lane. I'm going to get in the middle. I have to turn right anyways. But yeah, there's dips and bumps. Okay, this is Balboa. Yeah, I would turn right on the street if I wanted to go up to the lake, and there's a driveway, and it's really cool to walk around, and it's got like a dirt path. So, if you jog, it's soft on your feet, and a lot of people go early in the morning, especially in the summer before it's hot, and do their laps. Oh, Man at Work. This is another 80s. I have this on my playlist to do a dancing short too, actually. Who can it be now? Some Men at Work songs. I was thinking about turning right and going up to Victory, but I think I'll be okay. On White Oak, the next major street, I'm going to turn right. Yeah, I might go to the freeway. I don't know what I'm going to do. I'll look at the freeway when I cross Balboa and see if I'll look on the left and see if the 101 looks busy. I'm not going to turn on the radio. You guys would be bored with traffic and, the news radio. Okay, on the right, Balboa Sports Center. Yes, there's tennis courts here. I played years ago when I was into tennis as a teenager. I actually took private lessons. I took classes, group lessons. And I don't think you have to pay for those courts. I think you have to reserve them, though. LA City, Parks and Recreation, whatever. But we've got private, clubs that have tennis courts, too. Like, I know we have pickleball, which sounds fun, but some gyms, I think, have pickleball courts near me, like in Studio City or North Hollywood. I'd like to try pickleball, actually. Any of you play it? Let me know in the comments. Yeah, I stopped playing tennis. I don't know. I last played, I guess maybe in my 30s. I was playing a little bit. I'm not as good, I'm out of practice. But I did have a two-hand backhand. What's it called? Backhand. Where you, I forgot what it's called, but it's the Chris Evert thing. I think it's a two-handed backhand. The Chris Evert, when I was a child, I envied Chris Evert and Billie Jean King and Martina Navratilova. And I started taking tennis lessons when I was 12. And I went to a sleepover tennis camp. Okay, this is White Oak. I'm gonna turn. Let me look at the freeway. I just forgot to look at it. Yeah, I'll look at it. I'll turn right, you guys. I'll just go to Victory. The freeway looks good, actually. I'm gonna turn around and go to the freeway. It's very short distance to DeSoto, so I'm making a U here. Yeah, I meant to look when I was at Balboa, look to the left and see, if the freeway's moving good. And it is. See? This is the 101. It's moving good. See, can you read the sign? East lane. I'm going to go west, right lane. So I used to live near here in Encino. This is like West Encino. Ventura Boulevard, if I kept going, I'd hit it real soon. Oh, Prince. Yeah, I do like Prince. I guess he's considered pop, R&B, or I'm not real big on Michael Jackson anymore. Once once I found out about, the kids that he, molest, I know he, didn't come out guilty in court or whatever, but I think some stuff came out later on. But yeah, once that turned me off to Michael Jackson. I do have a dancing short on my playlist of Billie Jean, which is my favorite song of his. And I remember dancing to it and loving it. I don't dance like Michael Jackson, but I love dancing to that song. I might do a dancing short, but I don't respect him. I don't have any respect for him, and I know he died young, and it just nauseates me when I think that he might have been, a child molester, which I think he probably was to some degree. I don't know what you guys think. Leave it in the comments. I know he came out not guilty, when he was alive, but did some more stuff come out later after he died? I forget. Once I knew he had young boys sleeping over, even that is weird, in his bed or whatever. That's really weird. Whether he molested them or not. I know he was like a child, people said. He never grew up or whatever. He had a bad childhood, or, the freeway's moving really good. Once I passed the 405, at Balboa, I could have gotten on had I have known it was moving this well. I'm not getting in the left lane because we have to get off at DeSoto. I think I did do a dancing short to this song. Yeah, I think I did already. I have one or more Prince songs to dance to. I have saved, on the app, on the Shorts app, you can save songs, and I have a lot of saved 80s request, and it has to be like something that was popular on the radio. It doesn't have to be like in the top 10 Billboard, like a lot of my songs are, but it has to at least make the Billboard like top 25 or whatever, so people will know it. But only 80s. The only non-80s are like holidays, like 4th of July, or I did New Year's Day. I think the last was my first New Year's. I did New Year's Day by U2. That was 80s, I think, but it could be something non-80s, like for Halloween. Last year, I did it twice. Last Halloween, I did it to the Monster Mash, I did it to Rocky Horror Picture Show. What's that song? I can't think of it right now what it's called. But before that, I did it to Monster Mash, which neither are from the 80s. They're like Halloween-like. So if it's a holiday, let me know. Whatever year it's, decade is fine. Make requests. Christmas, I have some saved. Actually, they might not have made the radio, but they're like famous artists singing, songs I can dance to. Yeah, they have to have a beat too, you guys. I don't. It has to have a beat I can dance to. Yeah, I love Blondie. When Blondie first came out is when like New Wave got popular. I guess she came out, I know in 1980 I had her album, so maybe before that, 79. But then it became like New Wave, like Duran Duran, which is one of my favorite bands of all time, was out. And yeah, I like 80s New Wave, which is mostly the early 80s to maybe the mid. And I like alternative from the 80s. There is an alternative station I listen to sometimes here in LA, but it plays alternative from the 80s and new stuff too, which I don't know, those songs. And it doesn't play 80s alternative very often, so I don't usually listen to it. I only like stuff I know, and I stopped listening to alternative, like, I don't know, 80s. We have a station called K-Rock that's all alternative. And, new stuff. They have, like, some kind of a channel that you can get. Actually, I think I can get it, and they have it online called Rock of the 80s, ROQ of the 80s. And, some of the radio apps have it where they play all 80s new wave and alternative, like The Cure and all that stuff. That's like what I liked. So we made it here early. It's only 6:31. Sacramento, that's northern, but it's all over California, and some other states have Kaiser, but they're different plans and benefits and stuff. My employer plan with Kaiser was fantastic. Like it was pretty much like $0 or $5 copays with AT&T. I've had Kaiser most of my life. Plus, when I worked for AT&T, for me with no dependents, I didn't have to pay anything for Kaiser. They changed it with AT&T after I left, where employees have to contribute just to have, Kaiser or any health plan. But before it was $0, at least for me by myself, no spouse or kids. So $0, the co-payments was all I needed to pay, which were like $5 or, if any. My plan now, like labs are free and prescriptions are really cheap. pay like $10 or, you know, unless I get a 90-day supply or a brand name and not a generic, then it can be expensive. All right. Hopefully I'll be able to park really at a good spot. So the hospital, like, you know, where you have surgeries on the left, and there are specialists here, clinics. I'm not going to take you, you know, inside. The farmer's market is, you know, straight ahead where they usually have it, which I have taken you to this one. Now I'm actually going to go up a level, because even if I can park here, I'll have to walk up steps. Yeah, I see lots of places. If I go up a level, I won't have to go. It'll be, you know, right on. I won't have to go up elevator or steps or anything. See all the empty spaces. I think I've taken you guys in this one. Maybe not when it's really busy. Yeah, this is a good place to park. Let me see where I can. Okay, I'm going to take this place right here. We're really close to the pharmacy where we park here. Level 2 is, you know, right on ground level. Hi. Let me flip it to me. Oh, hold on, guys. I can't see. I have to put my. There's a banner. Okay. Yeah, I didn't have banners turned off. So this is not with my selfie stick, but I will. If this is a real long video, I'm gonna divide. You know, I'm gonna shorten it. But yeah, I'm just holding it. So have a good night, and let's see. Have a good night or day. It's night now. It's 6:35. I've got more than enough time to go to the lab. Hopefully there's not a wait. Oh, this is Iran. Yeah, they're flock of seagulls. I don't think it's 80s night every night, but for some reason the last several songs while I've been making, you know, talking to you guys have been 80s. So, all right, take care. Bye. Why isn't it stopping? Hold on, guys.